What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua addresses Tyson Fury's failed drug test ahead of the 200 million pound mega fight between the two. Of course, we know that Fury was slapped with a backdated 2-year ban in 2017 for having tested positive for a banned substance, nandrolone. Counterpunch. That's not true, okay? He was banned in 2016, okay, not 17, because if he was banned, 2-year ban in 17, that means he couldn't fight to 19. Okay, so, you know, Martin Doman, whoever wrote this, they were off, okay? They were off a year, all right? While he is edging ever closer to a mega fight with AJ, Anthony Joshua believes that Tyson Fury's failed drug test has haunted his rival's 2 world title triumphs. Fury was hit with a backdated 2-year ban in 2017, which again, 16, having tested positive for banned steroid nandrolone in early 2015. Okay. Later that same year, he outpointed Vladimir Klitschko to become the heavyweight world champion of the world for the first time. Fury blamed the positive test on eating uncastrated wild boar meat and accepted the ban, which allowed him to return in 2018. So there you go. If it was 2017, a 2-year ban, if you do the math, it would be 2019. Okay, so he fought 3 times in 2018. All right, for the record, again, so we don't get confused with that. Okay, now he went on to beat Deontay Wilder early this year to become the 2-time champion, but his brush with the UK anti-doping then resurfaced when a farmer claimed that he had been bribed into saying that he had provided Fury with the wild boar meat. Martin Carefoot was his name, said that he had been offered 25,000 pounds to lie but was never paid and later withdrew the allegation. Fury and his team have consistently denied that they offered the bribe to the farmer, although UCAT are still conducting an investigation. And when asked about this, Anthony Joshua said, with the UCAT situation, every win he's had some type of drama around it. Whether it has to do with Klitschko, Wilder, there's always drama. He says, I'm a straight up warrior, AJ says. And he says, what the hell?
He's just a freak for the weight. He's just enormous for the weight.
Okay, what the hell is
He
this?
has to boil himself down to the weight a little bit, but comfortable cruiserweight. Can't wait for him to go up to heavyweight. I don't know what his thoughts would be on it, because it's like, he's a heavyweight. To be in his prime heavyweight, he might be 15, 16, 15 and a half stone, but he's got the power, you know, to mix it with the big guys.
Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, that was a pop-up. I hate pop-ups. But anyway, Joshua said this. He says, I'm a straight-up warrior. I just want to fight him. I don't care about anything in his body. He knows about my uppercut. He knew about it from when I was 20 years old. Trust me, he knows what's coming. Fury and Joshua, of course, are set to clash next summer after agreeing in principle to meet twice in 2021. Okay. And AJ ended with this. He said, I'm serious about the fight. So when I announce it, you'll know it's real. Okay. So basically, Joshua is saying that I don't give a shit what he takes. I'll still fight him. I'll still beat him. And he knows what I can hit him with to hurt him because I've done it already. That's what Anthony Joshua was saying. Okay. And how do I counterpunch that? Well, it's nothing that we haven't seen before. Let me take you guys on a trip back on memory lane a bit. Remember when Jarrell Miller tested positive for 3 different substances on the same damn timeline? I think it was like the same day, a couple days later, he tested for 3 different things. And what did Joshua respond? What was his response? I'll still fight him. I'll still beat him. And in fact, here's the deal. If they would allow Jarrell Big Baby Miller to fight Anthony Joshua, like for a reduced purse or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And so instead of that 6-7 million, he was going to get, let's see, 5 or 4, right? Cut it in half or whatever, 3.5. Now, if they were going to do that, and then they allowed Joshua to fight him anyway, and he beat him and knocked him out anyway, you know what that would have proved? First of all, just what it's proved all along. Taking performance-enhancing drugs don't really necessarily guarantee you're going to win a fight. It's just an edge, and I think it's more of an edge mentally than it is physically. Yeah, steroids could probably make you feel better about how you think you're going to perform, okay? But, like, you still have to do the work. You just can't inject shit and then look big. No, you inject shit and put stuff inside your body to make you stronger or give you more endurance or help you heal faster or something along that nature, right? And then some people, have problems. Jarrell Miller might have a problem, okay? Now, where they think they have to take the drug. But Joshua said, well, I'll fight him too. So what's going to happen is Joshua's focused on that WBC belt, okay? And when asked about this shit, he's like, hey, man, I'm serious about it. He knows what's coming. I don't care what's in his body. You know what I mean? I just know about mine. And if I knock him out and he tests positive, okay. We saw that happen. Let's look at another sport of another guy that tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs after losing. And his name was Chael Sonnen. He was choked out by Anderson Silva back when I don't know the year. But he was. And right after that, he tested positive, right? And that same guy tried to blame another guy for testing positive, which his name was Mike Tyson. I'm adding that in there because the Jarrell Miller did the same shit to Anthony Joshua. Okay, so a lot of times you see the guy pointing the finger, like so, is the same guy that's more than likely doing that. And this is going to be followed by another video that I will be coming with very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. But it just shows you the focus that Anthony Joshua has when it comes to wanting that WBC belt, being undisputed, and are a step closer to being undisputed with taking on Tyson Fury. And here's the thing. If you're a fighter, and I got to agree with it. Why? Because if you're a fighter, you can't be focused on what a person does and what a person puts in his body. You got to be focused on how you can defeat that person and the game plan that you're going to have moving your ass into the ring, getting in there, taking on this guy. What is he good at versus what are you good at? Is he better at something? What is he going to do? You have to have an answer for that question, okay? That's what Joshua needs to focus on. So I understand why he's saying, I don't care what's in his body. He knows what I possess because I've hit him what he's possessed, whatever the hell he was taking. Now, back to the wild boar meat, that shit speaks for itself. The guy lied to get paid, and then he came out to supposedly say the truth, and then he withdrew. That means somebody had to pay his ass again, more than likely. You know what I mean? He's still breathing, so nobody didn't kill the guy. You know what I mean? Shut him up. Shut him up. But, so obviously you are dealing with a guy that was foul and dishonest anyway. So if you're going to look into a dishonest person as a person that already committed perjury, right? Okay, well, all right. Well, that shows you your intellect and how smart you really are. Because I would never bring anyone on the stand or bring anyone for a credible witness for Tyson Fury. But Tyson Fury did get popped. And for the record, I have to keep telling you guys this. In 2015, okay, some charges were brought up against Tyson Fury. And then they ruled it at first, UCAD. They ruled it at first as, oh, well, it's elevated nandrolone. So you know what? You need to improve your diet. You're eating like shit. You need to improve your diet. Then a year later in 16, they came up against him like some double jeopardy like shit and then hit him with that same thing that they came up with him before. These are facts, people. Now, that's some weirdest type of shit that I ever seen, right? Then he took the 2-year ban and all this, that, and the other, right? And then he fell off with a mental illness or such. Okay, so if anyone, to clear up anything about that situation, everything about it was shady. UCAD was shady. The farmer was shady. Fury was shady. Everything was shady. Okay, that was like, there was no good, bad, and ugly. It was foul, ugly, and bad. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Anthony Joshua stating he doesn't care what's in Tyson Fury's body. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.